Okay, so we just got done from break, the 3-day weekend thing, and if you're anything like me, I'm so cheap, I only do something if it's free. So I Googled like free things to do in Sarasota on Mondays, and lo and behold, the Ringling Museum is free for students on Mondays. Like, check that out. So I was like, what? So my seatmates and I, we packed up our stuff, and we were headed to go there. And on our way there, they have this building that used to have graffiti all over it, but now they completely painted it over, and they have like the Star Wars people all painted on this wall. So we're like, stop the car, like go over there. And we went to go take pictures by this wall. And I have never seen Star Wars. Try not to throw tomatoes. Like, I don't really see what the hype is about it. And so I asked my friend, and I was like, so what's like Star Wars about? Like, why is it so famous that it's painted all over this wall? And so she was like, well, it's like a classic. It's like, you know, heroes. It's like Spider-Man, Batman, that kind of thing. And I thought, well, for my growing up, heroes were not really superheroes to me. Heroes were teenagers. Like, those teenagers were the coolest thing ever, like teenagers and young adults. And I remember when I was about 6 or 7, and I went to a laundromat with my mom, and there was this teen there, and I was like, Mom, there's a teenager here. She was like, yeah, cool, you know, give me a quarter. And so I was like, can I go talk to her? And she's like, yeah. So I went and talked to this teenager, and she was like, what's your name? And so we just kind of talked to each other. And I remember that moment thinking, I just made friends with a teenager, and it really stuck with me. And I was like, I can't wait to be one, you know, I'm ready to go. And the funny thing is I have 11 nieces and 4 nephews, kind of a big family. And my nieces are the same way. Like when I was a teenager, like, you're a teenager, my aunt's a teenager, like they were really excited about it. And so throughout, like, you know, the break, I also visited my niece Mia, who's 6 years old. And she's Hispanic, she calls me Tia. And she's like, Tia Kath, you're so cool. I can't believe my Tia from college is coming to visit me. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty cool, fine, did my time, got the cool status going on here. So I was like, yeah, I love you so much. And she's like, no, I love you so much. I love you from here to Lakeland. And I was like, that's pretty far, like we just weren't really far here. And so I was like, what's something, you know, grab bag it. It's like, I love you from here to the moon. And she was like, wow, that's pretty far. So she was sitting there thinking, and she's like, okay, I love you from here to God. And I was like, wow, that's what I did. As her hero, as someone who she looked up to, I forgot to teach her something. She thinks the furthest thing from her was God, that God is so far from her. It's further than the moon from her. And as her aunt, I forgot to tell her that Matthew 7 through 8 says that if you only ask, you will receive. That if you seek, you will find. And that if you knock, the door will be open to you. And I failed to do that. And verse 8 says that if you keep doing this, everyone who seeks will find, everyone who asks will receive, and everyone who knocks, the door will be answered to them. And I didn't include everyone to my nieces. I didn't do that. And I think I'm her hero here, being this, you know, college student, this young adult teen. In her eyes, I'm a teen on that, but don't tell her I'm cool now. So I think that I told her something great. And I go and I minister to students in the youth group every Wednesday, and I'm sitting here telling them about Jesus, but I failed to tell my niece that God is so close to her. Because I was thinking that, you know, she doesn't know about the scriptures yet. She needs to know that Jesus is there, you know, Jesus does good things. That's all she really needs to know right now. But really, she knows all about asking things, because every time I see her, she's like, when are we going to go get candy? You know, she knows all about asking. She knows all about seeking, because we play hide and seek every weekend. She knows all about knocking, because I can't go to the bathroom without her knocking on the door, like, are you coming out? So she knows all these things. And here we live in this world where we think that ministry is only when we go to church on Wednesdays or Sundays, and we go and we speak in front of our youth groups or in front of our churches, and we think that's the time we share God. But really, who are we fooling? Like, what kind of hero is that, you know? So really, she can know so much more than that. She can know that God is just an ask away. It's just a seek away. And it's just a knock away. And it's up to us to show that to them. It's up to us to really kind of do that. So let's not like play hero. Let's actually be heroes. Let's actually tell our nieces about it. And let's tell our little brothers and sisters. And let's tell our cousins and our friends that Jesus did not just die on the cross. That God, the Creator, and God, the Holy Spirit and Counselor, is ready to talk to them. You know, it's ready to talk to all of us. Like, let's not forget that.